Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Factorio here in our step-by-step to Megabase series. Currently we are sitting around 3.8 thousand science packs per minute. It would be great to bump this up even more in today's episode. However, there are also a few other things we need to take care of, for instance the flooring here. In between the episodes I set up another iron smelter and I think we should also hook up some more copper ore. Now if I'm not mistaken I also set up some more of these outposts here and this one isn't quite connected yet. Yeah, I believe I will have to do that, otherwise it's never gonna work. That is unfortunate. Let's keep our buildertrons here and just go out with our main spidertron, and my buildertrons in the meantime I'm gonna send over here to keep on building the flooring. Now if I'm not mistaken we also needed to hook up another coal source, which did I do that? I cannot remember really. Yeah, I did it right here. We have 3 coal sources and they should be filling up here evenly, and one was already full. Okay, that's not too shabby, but having a look at the overview here, we definitely need more copper ore, and looking at this, yeah, copper is the biggest problem right now. Anyway, let's keep going here, building the flooring. Here we go, silly little mistake that we now rectified, and if I check this out, yeah, the train is now coming, it will be delivering the materials, and then I can start eradicating everything here. There we go. It actually started. By the way, I did notice the lasers did become a lot more powerful, but so did the enemies. But I gotta say, this was probably one of the bigger attacks right there. Yeah, you know what? I think in this case it might be worth it to just make the wall a little bit thicker here. This way the critters will not have quite as easy of a game to run through. And there we go. We keep on building the flooring. Very nice. This is looking more and more finished. I believe we are still being attacked right now. Oh yeah, there's a little pot situation going on here. But since we just had another train arrive, we should be able to at least fix some of these. And maybe we also make this a little bit thicker. Okay, yeah, I think we can now just leave this be and take care of business again. Let's just briefly check our production, 3.2. Yeah, I think it's now time to hook up another source. Oh my gosh, okay, this did not turn out very well. I did not actually have this power source hooked up, but now, yeah, they are just destroying everything. Oh my gosh, I just hate these critters. You know, I do know they are part of the game. I'm wasting so much time. I swear, because of the critters, I can only release half the amount of videos that I usually could. But that is the trade-off. I put this to a vote and most people wanted me to keep the critters in, even though I cannot really show much in terms of content. And I'm totally not stressed out about it, except that, gosh, this sound just makes me aggressive. Why would you make a sound that is so horrendous and then repeat it 1,000 times? You little bastards, you just ruined my whole day. Good, now while we're out here, I would say we're also gonna hook up this copper deposit. This cannot hurt. All we need to do for that is hook up a bunch of these mining stations. I would say we're gonna set up 3 for this one. And then if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to do something like that, which is then gonna allow me to connect this to the rail. And we also go down here and down there. Yes. If we signal this correctly, everything should be fine. Yeah, that looks about right. And then we can just go ahead and move into the track again. Wonderful. That seems to be an easy enough solution here. Just give this some power and then we can set up 6 more trains, though we first want to rename the station to load copper ore. And now as we move back to the base, I should be able to set these trains up without issues here in my launcher. So that would be 2 trains right here that we can launch, and I need another 4. Okay, this is going much smoother now. We're still at the very edge of what we are supposed to produce. The coal doesn't necessarily seem to be a problem anymore. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's still the copper. And of course, errors like these are devastating. This is costing us 400 science packs a minute if we just have one of these lanes dry up. Yeah, I gotta say, some of our old resources are very low. Even though this has still 1.3 million, of course this takes forever. Yeah, and we still have some of these old stations hanging around. This guy here is filling up rather quickly. Yeah, I guess here it doesn't really matter. We can leave this be. Yeah, the best course of action will be to just hook up more deposits. That's what we have to do. More deposits and also more trains. Alrighty, it is now approximately another 2 hours later. I've been dealing with the critters in certain corners. For instance, right here, we now have an additional space that is gonna protect us for quite a long time. However, these guys are now out quite a bit. This is absolutely a huge map by now. And of course, that is a great thing, especially when we are producing the amount of science packs we are supposed to, 3.8 by now. Let's see if we can get this up to 4.2, though I highly doubt it if I see all the empty copper ore stations. By the way, I would say a good opportunity for another mega module would be right here. We just have to make sure that we can reach the station here, maybe elsewhere from here. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we might just want to go ahead and initiate that. I'm taking apart the 2 lights here, and then if we just grab an exit here. Ooh, actually, that's not what I want. Yeah, to be honest, I probably have to do a proper intersection here. But I don't really have to make them able to go into the left direction. They can just go right here. So that is good. Okay, sure. That looks about right. Let's get rid of these tracks, hopefully before another train decides to come here. Ooh, I think this one just wants to turn around now. No, it actually went into the station. Very good. That means we can now make the space for the actual mega module. All of this has to move away. Let's see. Let's actually do this the right way. We're gonna delete everything here. Ooh, that will include the oil station. I'm not so sure. We might be able to save the oil station. We just have to build it somewhere else. Though, is it gonna be worth it? Not really. Looks like we're under heavy attack here at the new artillery station, but I think it can handle it. Yeah, that is actually looking good. Well then, in this case, let's get started taking things apart here, including the station. Wait a second, I just took apart a copper train that probably attempted to turn around here. So that means we now have too many oil trains and 1 copper train that's missing. So I'm gonna grab another oil train from here. This one can come with me, and then we introduce 1 copper train that I just took apart. Good. With all that out of the way, let's kind of eyeball the module here. It would have to be set up right here, which means the copper station is also in the way. Of course, yeah, we have to get rid of that. But I mean, look at this, almost empty, only 136k left. We can just go ahead and eradicate this. Let's actually just grab the buildings here. Good. At this point, of course, my Spidertrons are completely full, but this should be eliminated, this problem, as soon as I start emptying my inventory right here. Now, let me see, there's just trees. No, there's still an electric pole somewhere. Oh my gosh, maybe these guys. Oh no, it's actually the ones here at the sideline. Yeah, let's do that and that, making sure we don't get rid of the radar because I needed to line up the module. And just like that, we started building. Wonderful. Now I'm actually also gonna set up the blueprint, so we add the flooring as well. And this is then automatically gonna allow us to also input the copper back into the Spidertrons. Okay, like this is an extremely long winded process. Only a fraction of the robots actually currently can be used. I even suspect, yeah, look, some of these Spidertrons don't even have the possibility to send more robots. So I kind of have to get back in there manually to make them able to build again. Honestly, this is my fault for filling up the robots so much. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Now the other robots can actually also do their thing. Let's maybe get rid of some of this copper here. Okay, finally, I found the full Spidertron. I have to say, this is probably the most annoying thing about them being full. I cannot even find the ones that are actually full. Oh, actually, I just figured out a trick. If you hover over the Spidertron the robots belong to, they highlight in red. So that is actually useful, and it tells me that they actually have trouble charging up. Good, I finally did it. The crafting hub isn't too far away, and we built more than half of it as usual. So it's time for a quick refill, and then we're golden. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to fix this part, though it would be nice to also... let me think. Oh, I cut off this part here. Yeah, we'll have to reconnect this, but for now, let me just get rid of the power poles here. And then let's say we just copy over this part right there up to the wall or something like that, so that we can easily paste it. Let's see, this would be going here, and I should be able to just paste it in, and now we have a nice and even field. Though I would like to get rid of everything here. No, the power poles, they can actually remain, but the capacitors, they need to go. And we're back for our refill. As you can see, I don't even know what's going on anymore. But theoretically, we should be full at this point, so we're gonna make our way back. Let me quickly check the traffic here. No, that is still good. Yeah, we do not really have to worry at this point, but what we do have to worry about is the copper production. Especially now, if we get yet another mega module in the joint, we'll have to definitely think about getting way more copper resources hooked up. No! You bloody bastards! I hate when this happens. This happens seldomly, but it does happen. Wait a second. I think at this point we can just go to the loading station, even if the wagon isn't completed, and then we're gonna complete it at the loading station again. So I think to prevent this from happening, we need to install another security measurement here with a bunch of lasers. So just a bunch like so. Maybe some walls for protection would be great. Okay, and then I gotta make sure that they actually built this. Is this within the range? Probably not really. Yeah, we'll have to add another roboport. There we go. It is incoming. Let me just put this to manual. Now we can add the 2 missing wagons and they should be filled up accordingly again. And then we can just do load. Okay. I'm already gonna prepare the area for the next mega module. I think we now completed it. No, there are actually a bunch of beacons missing. Well then, without any further ado, let's go ahead and complete this track. Do I have some signals here? No, not really, but that might actually be a mistake. Yeah, there's a signal missing here. Let's maybe just copy over this part so that we can paste it here at the bottom. And as soon as we got this connected, then the trains should be rolling in, except for copper, which as mentioned, we don't have enough of. But let's go back for another refill, then finish the module here with the beacons, and then probably set up another copper resource. This one here looks juicy enough. And I guess honestly, looking at these 2 resources, they will probably have to go. Yeah, those guys are just finished. We then also have more resources that we can hook up here, and I think I'm gonna be doing that. So see you in just a bit. Okay, what can I say at this point? I think it is running more smoothly than before, especially with the copper, even though this might not be reflected just yet. However, I spent another hour or so eliminating some more of the critters that were getting in the way here and actually starting to attack my base. So this is probably the next area that I want to emphasize defending. As you can see, I also hooked up a lot more of the copper resources, especially also in the north, because we were having troubles filling up the northern stations. And of course, there are still some stations lacking, but as you can see now, at least we have them starting to fill up, which should also then be reflected in the amount of signs we are producing. I would say right now we didn't quite reach it. Oh, actually, we're right there. So the 4,000 is what I can guarantee at the moment, but it can go all the way up to 4.2, as you can see. So right now this is absolutely wonderful, and we should be able to reach the 5,000 mark within the next 3 mega modules. And if I check this out, there's one more mega module here, another one there, and then I would say we can do 2 more right here. Though it will not quite add up with the stations, we might have to add more smelting stations. But I have to say, by now it is a huge pleasure to actually start expanding the base, because it just is so easy with all the setups we have going on. And so of course I'm always trying to make more and more progress. Yeah, I'm totally happy with that. So for the past 10 minutes, we've been producing 4,000 science packs per minute, though we haven't quite reached that mark yet with the 1 hour range. Let's have a look at the overall statistics here. I'm curious how many science packs we've produced overall, and that was 10 million when it comes to the standard science packs. And look at that, for the overall playtime, we even reached the 761 per minute mark. That is absolutely not too shabby. Though I have to say, the save game slowly but surely becomes rather old. As a matter of fact, I just looked it up and it is about 233 hours. But yeah, I would say with the new results of 4,000 plus signs per minute, I'm happy to wrap up this episode, and we can just keep going until we cleaned everything up, maybe even made a perimeter, and just make sure everything looks nifty and clean. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode and the progress of this series. We're slowly but surely coming to a close. Of course, you're welcome to keep playing on this save game, but honestly, slowly but surely, we are now running into the UPS problems, though I have to say in times of calm, it's not that much of an issue, and it's more of an issue if I have the map open. So maybe even if we disabled the robots here, then we would see an improvement in the UPS, but yeah, honestly, just looking at the map, I can understand. And then even if we just zoom in a little bit, we're back to 60 UPS. So we're all good, and I think we can keep the 60 UPS until we actually reach the 5K signs per minute mark. Alright then, thank you so much for watching guys, have a great time, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.